Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. My name is Lisa Neller. I am recording live inside the Ultimate Coach Facebook group. This is my Sunday noon 15-minute talk. And today I might be on a little bit of a rant. And my rant is not directed towards you, the listener. It's really directed towards society. And what I'm going to talk about today is being relational. And the reason I want to talk about being relational is because families are struggling right now, mainly because of the political landscape. And what I'm learning and what I know is that people are afraid of going to visit their families during the holidays. And Thanksgiving is coming up in the US anyway. And there are people who are not going to go visit their families because they're not getting along, because they have different points of view and they're made to feel uncomfortable. And they don't want to go into the lion's den. So there is family division. There's family civil wars going on right now. There's disconnect and discomfort within the family. This personally makes me really sad because I am so close with my family and I would never want something like this to come between us. But political discourse often offends another person depending on what the tone is and what is said. And it's hurtful and it feels bad. And my question is, what is more important? Being right and feeling superior in opinions and beliefs, or having beautiful relationships? So my desire is to help others be more relational in their communication with family members. And I recognize that this may be challenging. And I want to talk about thinking and words and structuring words and sentences are all powerful. So the way we speak, the way we structure our sentences, our tone, all of that is powerful. If we convey a message with sarcasm or words that cut people down, that's powerful, and they have consequences or sometimes negative results. Sometimes it's a family member not showing up for the holidays. So 4 words came to me as I've been thinking about this, and I'm going to share those with you. And the first one is safety. We all want to feel safe. Going to a family dinner when you know it's going to be uncomfortable is like going surfing in shark-infested waters. Like, you love to surf, you love your family, right? But you don't want to go in the danger zone. You know it's dangerous territory. But I think we should feel safe with our family. Like, family is going home. It's where the love is. It's where the acceptance is. And we should never feel like we don't belong. And so that's another word that came to me, is belonging. We all have a need to belong. And oftentimes we have a fear of not belonging and not having a group that loves and protects you. So I ask you to put yourself in the other person's shoes when you're thinking of expressing your opinions and your beliefs. And I don't know, for me, I want people to feel comfortable in my presence. So I want them to feel like they belong there, right? And I know you do too. But this isn't how it is in society overall. There's a lot of strife and a lot of division right now. So I think we need to bring this to the consciousness of the people. The third word that came to me was respect. Respect for other people's thinking, their beliefs, their opinions, their votes. And one way to get that respect is to try to debate both sides of an issue. Pick 10. Pick 10 issues and try to debate both sides. It's not easy because we're so conditioned into thinking our belief is the right belief. Our system is the right system. And so, but I think everybody has a right to their thoughts, opinions, and beliefs. And there's many ways to express that other than in a fight with your family. We can work on a campaign. We can, put a sign in our yard. We could do all kinds of things. But we don't have to fight with our family. We could respect other people's feelings and beliefs. And I think it's arrogant to think that we know it all or that your way is the only way. Of course, that's my opinion. And opinions we know are a dime a dozen, right? So I want to get back to being relational. What is our capacity to be relational and open our minds to be accepting of others' opinions or thoughts? Now I went to ChatGPT, and Eric teaches me to do this. So I think he'll appreciate it. So here's what ChatGPT says. Being relational with your loved ones, especially during heated discussions about topics like religion or politics, means prioritizing the connection and mutual respect over the need to be right or win the argument. It's about focusing on the relationship itself rather than allowing differences in beliefs to create division or conflict. And here are some ways we can practice being relational in these challenging conversations. One is to listen, to understand, not to respond. So active listening, pay attention to what the other person is saying without immediately preparing your counter argument, without rolling your eyes. I added that in, that's not ChatGPT. But rolling your eyes is a sign of contempt. It's not helpful in relationships. Reflect back on what you've heard to ensure that you understand their point of view. Seek clarity, ask open-ended questions like, can you tell me more about why you feel that way? Which shows genuine curiosity and respect for their perspective. Secondly, prioritize empathy over agreement. Acknowledge their feelings. You don't have to agree with someone to validate their feelings. You can say things like, I can see why you feel strongly about that. And this helps to build a bridge of understanding. Put yourself in their shoes. Try to understand the experiences and values that shape their beliefs. This can create a deeper sense of empathy and reduce the urge to judge or dismiss their views. Manage your emotions. Number 3, stay calm and centered. If the conversation starts to get heated, take a deep breath, pause, and even suggest a short break if needed. Being aware of your own emotional triggers can help you remain calm. You could use I am statements instead of you always, things like that, like accusatory statements. And this reduces defensiveness and keeps the conversation constructive. Number 4, respect boundaries. Know when to agree and disagree. Sometimes the best way to be relational is to acknowledge that it's okay to have different beliefs. Not every conversation has to end in agreement. Set limits on the discussion. If a topic is too sensitive, it's perfectly okay to say, I think we might need to pause this conversation now. I value our relationship too much to let this come between us. And you might also set a boundary of not going to the event, which I know some people are doing. 5, focus on shared values. Find common ground. Look for areas where your values overlap, even if your beliefs differ. For example, you might both value kindness, integrity, or the importance of family. Celebrate the relationship. Remind each other of the love and respect that brought you together in the first place. Family. Family brings you together. A simple acknowledgement of, I love you and I value our relationship more than any disagreement. That can go a long way. 6, be open to growth and change. Stay humble. Be willing to learn from the other person. You may discover new insights or perspectives that enrich your understanding. Reflect on your own beliefs. Sometimes being relational means being open to questioning your own assumptions and being willing to evolve. Number 7, choose the right time and place. Set the stage for a positive interaction. If possible, have these discussions when both parties are relaxed and open. Avoid starting sensitive conversations when emotions are already running high, like at family gatherings or during stressful times. I'm just going to add here that alcohol can make it worse. So be careful of that. And number 8, remember the bigger picture. Prioritize love and connection. And ask yourself, is winning this argument worth damaging our relationship? And the answer is almost always no. You can express gratitude and appreciation. Even if you disagree, express appreciation for the person's willingness to share their thoughts and for the relationship you have. So again, being relational is about choosing connection over division, love over ego, and understanding over judgment. It's a skill that requires practice, patience, and a lot of grace for both yourself and for the other person. Now, these are a few things that I wanted to add. Not everyone manages their thoughts. Sydney Banks, who wrote The Missing Link, said, "Thought is a divine tool. Nothing more, nothing less, only a tool. A wise person, like a good tradesman, uses this tool to the best of his or her ability." This is a key statement. Not everyone has mastery over their own thoughts and how they create and the language and tone that they use. Sydney also said, "Thought is not reality, yet it is through thought that reality is created." And sometimes thoughts align with reality, and sometimes thoughts are erroneous. Oftentimes in debate, people have thoughts that are just opinions and not based on any fact or research. So we need to take this into consideration when talking with people about sensitive issues. If your thoughts lead to feelings of superiority or righteousness, and the action becomes words and sentences that offend another person, the result may be a void at the Thanksgiving dining room table. So if you value your relationships and you want to get along, maybe consider leaving some subjects off the table. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. It would destroy me if my kids didn't come to a holiday dinner because of a difference of opinion. And I will tell you that my kids and I differ in opinions. We definitely do. And that's partly a generational thing, and partly what we're consuming and all of that. Partly what we know, what we don't know. So it all needs to be taken into consideration. So being relational is love over ego. Being relational is love over ego. I'm going to end there. I hope you have a happy Sunday and a fabulous week. And thanks for watching. Please share this video if you got something out of it, or you think someone might benefit from it, or you think you might be able to prevent some family discord. All right. Love you all.